This is the drive home with TT
and Zac
for the Millwall drive home. Driving home from the Den, where it finished, Millwall 1,
QPR 1.
Yes, I know the football ain't great, but being there, I feel absolutely privileged and very lucky. Like normally, a lot of you around the world that can't go to see because you're not in the same country. Well, I'm even luckier at the moment because there's people in this country that can't go and watch. Well, I know some of you, after watching that game, would have said, I'm glad we can't go and watch. But no, we were there and it was great to be back. There's no getting around it. The smell of the grass. Zac, how did you feel?
I felt wonderful, but I had a weird feeling that I'd been there before, recently, because I've been there so many times. But it's good to be back and watch the boys and be able to share our emotions at the actual players.
And obviously, you know, a lot of political rubbish before the game. The players were supported massively by the fans, and we're in there regardless of what happened on the pitch. You know, we were there. We were trying to G them up. We were trying to lift them, and we did what we could. And unfortunately, we're not actually a very good football team at the moment, and there's no getting around that. We're very slow in possession. We're very slow to go forward. Far too often our ball's back, and then it's a long ball forward, which, considering the team that we played at the start, was a bit baffling because we won very few headers at the start. We started with a back five. We played the 5-2-3 again with Bartosz Bieliakowski in goal. Three centre backs of Alex Pearce, Jake Cooper, and Sean Hutchinson. Right wing back was Marlon Romeo. Left wing back was Scott Malone. The two in front of him were Ryan Woods and Sean Williams, and then a front three of Mason Bennett on the left, up front Troy Parrott, and on the right was Jed Wallace. And we started reasonably lively, but like I said, when we got to the final third, occasionally we'd made the wrong decision. We did create the first few chances. The ball out wide, played into Mason Bennett, who laid it off for Troy Parrott, who shot wasn't great, was it, Zac?
It was drizzled at the keeper.
Drizzled at the keeper. Zac said any professional goalkeeper was going to save that.
Unless they were the bottom league of non-league.
Yeah, well,
and they didn't know what they were doing.
You said professional goalkeeper, and you were right. It was an easy save to make. The second chance fell on the edge of the box for Sean Williams, who hit the ball well. But it just went past the top left-hand corner of the post. And before I get onto anything, do you know what? Obviously I love doing ref watch, and I haven't done ref watch for a long time, and I can't remember the ref's name. But we were going to get absolutely nothing from the ref today, and he was a little bit diabolical. Obviously, we've been in the press for the wrong reasons, and no one likes us, and we know that. But it was a bit embarrassing today. I felt that we were going to get nothing, and we really didn't. You know, there was Sean Hutchinson's absolutely wiped out on the edge of the box.
Literally.
You know, we're quite away. We're up. Obviously, we're in the Dockers stand, but we're up in the junior line, block 14, the other end of the pitch. You could hear the contact. You could hear how much he took him out, and unbelievably, he didn't give a foul. I don't think it was inside the box, but
it was literally on the 18-yard line.
And so we got nothing there, and we got nothing from him all game. You know, those 50-50 decisions, 60-40 decisions that should have been going our way just really didn't, and it gets frustrating in games where we're not really creating much. It does make the difference. Second half, Parrott's running through. He's pulled back. You know, he's yanked back. The referee's looking. For me, I can see he's running in line with it. How we don't see it, I have no idea. Parrott then gets subbed. But we created one more further chance in the first half where Jed Wallace probably should have took a shot, didn't he? But he ran across the box and then played it out wide. It came in from Marlon Romeo. Who got on the end of it? Do you remember?
It was Troy Parrott again.
Yeah, Troy Parrott got on the end of it.
He hit a powerish shot right to the near post. Keeper should save it, but it's a chance that we should score from.
We're driving through the Rotherhithe Tunnel, everyone. We're driving home. We are literally driving home from the Den. So that was pretty much it. First half, QPR mustered one shot on target that I can remember. A shot from about 30 yards out that Bart saved comfortably.
He held it.
Yeah,
which I found quite.
Didn't parry it, held it well. And that was pretty much all they created. They had a bit more, like I said, their movement up front was far more fluid than ours. So, but what we did actually, we defended really compactly, and when it got into the box, we looked quite safe, and they didn't really look to cause us any trouble. And that's because of our back three. You know, once they got to that area, Cooper, Hutchinson, and Pearce, they put themselves on the line. You know, they block shots all over the place, and they are, you know, there's no getting away from it, that we are a very defensive side, but you still need your defenders to defend, and they do that. I was very disappointed with both wing backs today. Scott Malone, I thought, offered very little, and Marlon Romeo just gave the ball away time and time again. Yes, it must have been a difficult game for him, but there's no excuse. If you put a Mill shirt on and you're a Mill player, then you better play, and I don't think either one of our wing backs did that today. In front of them, again, you've got the two holding midfielders, so Woods and Williams. I don't think they but neither of them had bad games. They had, you know, 5, 6 out of 10 games. You know, they were steady in what they did. But in terms of an attacking prowess, far too often they look sideways or look back. Every free kick we got in and around the centre half, the centre circle or midway, we went back and then to go forward. We did try and obviously keep our wing backs. You know, the best thing about being there is you can see the shape of the team and what we're trying to achieve, which is far different to normal. So our wing backs tried to stay wide. But by the time they got the ball, because it was past 2 minutes, you know, we weren't cutting out the middleman. By the time they got them, there was somebody on them, and then they had to go back again. Happened time and time again. In the second half, obviously, QPR took the lead from a very well taken goal from an absolute little prick up front. Chair should have got booked at least once before he scored the goal, but he's absolutely banged it into the back of the net. You know, it was really, really good finish. Then the histrionics after the goal, obviously, there were, politics is not going to be in football, and they made a political point afterwards, which is not why I go to watch football. I go to watch football to watch my players in their shirts play against another team. If I want to go to the election box to have politics in football, it shouldn't be there. I was so proud of the fact that the way that the club dealt with this today. You know, they looked after the players. There is no room for racism in football. Absolutely no room for racism anywhere. You know, it's an absolute disgusting thing, and it shouldn't be anywhere. And I know my club is not like that. You know, I'm proud to be Millwall, and Zac's proud to be Millwall, and we are, you know, a united club, and we're from our community, and we're respectful. And football should not be about politics, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I won't say any more. But second half, you know, they've taken the lead, and you know, then we've made a raft of changes. We've gone 4-4-2. Matt Smith has come on. Troy Parrott's gone off. John Daddy Budvarson's come on at left. Like I said, we went to a 4-4-2. So John Daddy Budvarson's gone left midfield. Tom Bradshaw also came on and played up front with Matt Smith. To be fair to Bradshaw, you know, I thought we looked really lively. What about you, Zac?
Yeah, I thought he played well for the time that he was on, because he won 3 out of 3 headers. One of them might have been terrible, but he won 3 out of 3 headers when he's about 5'7" against maybe a 5'12", 11 player, which I thought was good. He looked a bit lively as well.
And so, like I said, we in the second half we looked to cause them problems, and we did. We caused them in after going 4-4-2. Bradshaw looked lively. Balls up into the box to Matt Smith, who was winning the flick-ons. And what I liked about what Bradshaw was doing is that he was trying to read those flick-ons. Obviously, you know, Budvarson has a chance just before he scores. The ball's played in from the right from Jed Wallace. Do you want to talk about where the header went?
No, into the middle of nowhere. It was about 3 metres, 4 metres away from the goal.
It was absolutely shocking. To be fair, I weren't being very fair about him. But then another ball into the box. I think Romeo did one of the things he done well in the game. Come down to the right, puts the ball into the box. The ball kind of bundles around a little bit, falls to Budvarson, hits a shot, gets deflected and goes in, and
into the bottom left-hand corner.
We needed a deflection to get it.
Yeah.
And that made it 1-1. And you know, QPR have had a couple of half chances after that. Millwall have had a couple of half chances after that, but no real one where either team looked like they're going to score. And both teams are struggling at the moment in the Championship, and it's going to be difficult to see where either team are going to pick points up when they're, like I said, QPR do move the ball around a little bit more attacking than us. We've just got to... Obviously, we looked a little bit more defensive once. We were a little bit more offensive 4-4-2, but we did look also more vulnerable at the back. We move on. We go again on Saturday. Obviously, it'll be another game we watch and I follow. It is good to be back at the Den. I loved being back. There's no better feeling than being there and being able to cheer on the boys, and that's all of them. And I'm happy we got to do that. Zac, what's your overall thoughts? What do you want to end on?
Well, actually, I said to you that I don't have a man in the match, but because of his defensive tackles, I'm saying Jake Cooper.
Okay.
I think he, a few of his tackles today were goal-saving tackles, and I thought he played quite well in terms of that.
So Jake Cooper, man of the match for Zac. To be fair, it could have been any one of those back three for me because they were our best players. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate your comments and the likes. No one likes us.
We don't care.